What's up, guys?
Hi everyone, welcome back to another YouTube Live.
One sec till I get the tunes on. There we go. As always, guys, let us know what the audio and stuff is like. We've changed the setup a little bit and we have some more tweaks we want to make to improve it, but at the minute, audio's the main priority, so.
Hi Luke, hi Tom, hi JB.
What's up? Hope you're all having a nice Thursday. Give me a few secs till I do my checks.
How we looking? How we looking?
Seems to be looking good. Are we a little bit too orangey?
I feel like I'm too high.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's the
like
camera.
Smaller.
It's hard to know. But yeah, hope you're all having a nice Thursday. We are gonna do what we do on here. Edit some pics, answer some questions, chat with you guys and try to get comfortable in the current setup we have, which may look kind of decent in the video, but we are in fact sitting on the floor. Which is not ideal, but it's the nicest spot we have.
Not
at the
ideal
minute.
for long term.
What I was talking, I don't know if I was talking about this last time, but we wanted some kind of different coloured lighting in the background, and now we have the reflection of a TV on the wall over here, which adds the slightest little bit of blue.
Literally the
I think we're going to, I keep looking at this for some reason, I think we're going to get some sort of lighting to add some, I don't know if blue just kind of is what people use, some sort of other colour other than this kind of yellowy colour, because I do like it, but when you have both of the colours in the background, it kind of blends into our skin a little bit, which is annoying.
Tom says it's a vibe.
It's not bad.
And Luke says, oh, all things is going wrong. Perfect, still a nice fireplace.
Well, thanks.
It makes for a good background,
Let me see it on the phone.
which is why we use it.
Are we a little yellow or not?
I mean, I am, but I always am. One and only time on the one and only day this week that I'm actually busy.
Better. Alright, I'm happy with that. Looks
Cool.
more normal. Yeah, what are you guys up to on your Thursday? So you're busy, Tom?
It'd be good if I could just like slot that.
Yeah, we
right
need
there.
it. There's so many different things that I feel like I always talk about this during live streams, but it's because we don't do them as often that it's always kind of feels new every time you do one. Yeah, we need a few things to display the chat here. Last time I had it on a little tripod over there, but now the light, we have another light on it, which is doing a nice job.
I mean, I could, if I really wanted to, get the other tripod and set it on it with the wee bit.
What's the music like, guys? Is the music, and you can still hear us over the music pretty clearly, hopefully.
Oh, pins and needles on my feet.
Snooker on the telly and watching you guys for the first time. I mean, I'm not a massive snooker fan. I do appreciate the skill because I kind of enjoy playing pool from time to time. I mean, very rarely, but it is fun. Those guys are ridiculously good at snooker. Did you come over from TikTok? You did?
I think so. Look, yeah.
Did you come over from TikTok? Look, just it's always interesting to see.
Yeah, I remember you said we had a nice fireplace.
Welcome to the stream. I assume you're somewhat interested in photography and videography and stuff like that. Travel, look. I would imagine, or you probably wouldn't follow us, but yeah, we've been kind of trying to do what?
Pins, needles in the
Christina has pins and needles.
Ow!
We've been kind of setting up to get this live stream running smoothly so we can kind of do a weekly live stream on here and edit photos and answer questions from you guys and stuff. We'll maybe do different stuff as well. At the minute, photo editing is kind of the one thing we like doing on here and we've set up to do it, so we do plan on doing other stuff during the live streams on here that will hopefully maybe help you guys in some way or other when it comes to like videos and stuff, and we may just do other stuff while we're answering questions. Don't sit down when you have it like that, or else
Have
come
to.
back. Okay, we've got a tripod. We'll sit the phone on this, and then we'll have the chat right there. So apologies if I was ignoring your questions there for a sec.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, not done anything, but it seems like a great hobby. My friend does similar to you guys, and it looks great.
Cool.
Does like videos and stuff, or does photography just as a hobby?
Yay. Is this gonna work?
I think so. I didn't need to put it on sideways, did I? But you can probably see
Yeah,
more.
that's better to read. The other one just disappears all the time.
There we
Hey.
go. Right, hold on.
Closer than that.
Okay, that works pretty damn nicely. I'm
That's
happy with
good.
that.
That's good. That's good. Everything looks
Um,
good.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, welcome to the stream. Like I said, look, hopefully you enjoy the content. Hopefully you learn something from it, and just generally have a bit of entertainment. That's the plan.
So this is the first time meeting us, essentially?
Yeah, from TikTok is a crazy place.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Tell us everything about you.
Photography is a hobby. She's been to rugby training to take photos, and they look sick. That is
Cool.
cool. There was somebody else in one time talking to me about rugby.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so should we, if you have any questions, by the way, guys, just drop them in the chat and we will try to answer them.
Yeah.
If it's about photography and filmmaking, then I'm sure we can help you in some way or other. If it's about anything else, about travel
Life.
or YouTube or even, yeah, whatever, drop it in.
Or if you want to know anything about us, feel free to ask.
Alright, we have a couple of questions here that we already have from like a TikTok and from other previous questions that we didn't get to answer yet. So I'm going to pop one up and then we can answer it, and then we'll move into some photo editing.
That's very smart.
Yeah,
Wow, wasn't that so
There we
pretty?
there we go. Okay, so
What was the question?
this was a question. How do you take good photos
Of yourself.
of yourself? How do you
Yeah.
take like self-portraits and stuff? This is something that there's a few people that do it now and a few people who do it extremely well. But
Extremely
it's
well.
one of those things, we've done a little bit of it. I kind of did it during the quarantine video,
Yeah.
and another one where I was trying to do a little creative picture. It's tricky, but you can definitely do it. And there's a few things that you should probably download if you're gonna. Ideally, this works better if you have a camera. Like Sony, Canon have their own app. We have a Sony, and you can get the, what's the app?
Play Memories?
No, it was Play Memories. Now it's something imaging. If you look up the Sony app for your phone, you'll see it. And you can then see exactly what your camera sees through your phone and actually adjust settings. So
That will be like key. Like that is one of the best tools you will ever need if you're taking pictures of yourself by
True.
yourself. Because when you stand in front of the camera, you obviously can't see what's behind the camera. You can't see what's actually in frame. So by using the app on a phone or a screen, you can actually like position yourself or get exactly what it is
Yeah.
you want to get without having to be behind the camera. Oh, and also let's not forget, a tripod will be your best friend.
true. I mean, you can try other things, but to get the right angle and stuff, you kind of need a tripod of some sort. And you can buy those cheap on Amazon if you really want to start trying to get better at photography and take your own portraits. Yeah, download the app for whatever camera you have, and you can look at it on the screen.
What about phones though?
Yeah, that's a little trickier. I don't know if I have any tips for taking self-portraits on your phone. If you can't see the screen, it would be tricky, but one thing to do is probably go to manual focus on your phone. So we've done a lot of TikToks on the pro mode thing. What I would recommend is probably going to pro mode, setting your exposure and everything so that it looks good, and then maybe sit something in the frame where you're going to be and go to manual focus and focus on that, and then set your timer and go to that spot instead of trying to do continuous, because you don't know what the camera's going to focus on, especially on a phone. It might change.
Yeah.
So
True.
pro mode, set a timer, set focus, and that should probably work.
Good tip.
Camera's ideal, but alright, let's jump into Lightroom and edit some photos.
Ooh, what we gonna edit today?
So we brought in a few photos, like we do every time. We just pick a few. Most of these we've already edited before, and you might have seen them on Instagram or stuff, but we don't have a massive collection of images at the minute that we haven't edited because we haven't been out as much, obviously.
I mean, that would be ideal if you were editing like your future posts, and that way you can do it all at the one time.
True.
But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of street
We've got
photography.
a few different photos. We got this one which was in height, kind of like a silhouette, sunset-y shot of this like kind of cool looking building. I don't know exactly what it was, but
yeah, through the
kinda
trees, nice gradient sky.
ideally would have liked to have been like a foot higher up.
Yeah.
But we were standing on the ground. There was no way of getting this shot anymore.
Actually, that would
Yeah.
mean you would be a foot lower down.
If I was a foot higher up, this would have been able to center it more.
No, you would have to go down lower in order to get that building to be higher.
Yeah, but this was the problem. This plant that would have been over the top of that. Then I was trying to
No,
get this.
because if you're taking that shot and if you tilt that way, the building's gonna come up into the middle of that.
So's the
trees.
plant though. Because if I tilt down, this goes up and the plant goes with it. Because they're both in the same view.
Does it?
If I tilt, wherever I tilt and go. Anyway, it's not bad. I kind of like it. Then we've got this couple one of us, which we're using a lot of our profile pics that I thought might be a cool edit. Then this one we took in Singapore. And then just a cool one of the window.
Oh
and the
yes,
rain. Love
the
these.
rain.
Literally can't get enough of those. And then one we took for Canada Day of our Canada mug. So, gonna edit. If you want me to edit one next or whatever, they don't have to be in that order. Whatever one you guys want. I'll probably start in this one though. But whatever. Alright. See what we can do. What I'm feeling with this one is like a real silhouette and really make the sunset. Look at the sky's already orange and that's just a raw photo.
I know, it was such a nice sunset.
One of the craziest ones.
Yeah.
Not like
Really cool.
really like different colours and everything, just the whole sky was pure orange. Which is kind of cool. And I'm going to use our presets to edit these, by the way. Most of them we have in here are in our pack that you can buy if you want. It's on our website, and there's a few new ones which will be coming soon. And I think I might end up choosing one of those, so it'll tease you a little bit.
A new one for this one?
Think so,
Ooh.
but I think the Irish Winter one that we made.
Irish Winter for a sunset?
Yeah, just
That's interesting.
it just worked.
Yeah, that's cool though.
Mountain Fresh. Yeah, maybe not actually. Hold on, do we see? This one's all about the colour of that sky, really, because there's not really much else going on. Ooh,
Yeah, that's cool.
that,
I knew it would have looked cool.
that's glowing.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think I'll go with that. I do want to make it even more saturated though, so I might warm it up a bit more. Ooh, that'd be glowing.
I mean, it's a pretty easy
It
or
is
simple edit. There's not much.
Yeah, there's not a whole pile to this one. The only thing that I did struggle with was lining up, straightening it, because one of those pictures it's really hard to, because you have the building on the side that's kind of straight, but obviously it's closer, so I mean, is that
Yeah, that looks
straight?
right. That looks right to me, but then again, I'm not very good at judging.
Alright.
straight lines.
Gonna bring the clarity down to get a bit of a haze going on.
I mean, it's all about that silhouette, really, isn't it? You have to keep those dark.
Yeah, that's the
shadows.
thing with this. And a bit of dehaze will kind of help that too. What's the top right coloured graph? This is the histogram. And this kind of shows you what colours are like peaking. So
Dominant.
yeah, the left hand side, so this side over here is where the darks are. So you can see that these blue bits on the screen now in the picture are where the can you see that?
You know that we can't see you pointing.
Yeah, that's true. How do I do it?
Hover your mouse over.
The left hand side of this is the darkest point, so you can see if I bring the blacks away up, this whole thing moves towards the brighter section. So the left hand side is the darks and the right hand side is the brights. So you can see that that red, the brightest part's the highlights. If I brighten it way up, the right side will move forward because we're bringing more highlights in. So that's kind of the basic of it.
Do you pay attention to that whenever you're...
I do sometimes. I do for highlights and not really the colours as much, but I do for... You don't want everything to go way to one side ideally unless it's a very specific type of photo.
Thumbs up for that, Luke.
Normally saturation is something I take out of photos quite a bit, but with this one I feel like that is not going to be the case. Ooh. Booming.
Okay, my foot is literally going dead. Ah!
This is kind of one of them photos where I can kind of boost that all the way up and it doesn't even look that bad.
Yeah, true.
You can't really beat that sunset gradient because you can kind of do whatever you want with it and it looks cool.
That's the problem sometimes though, you're like, there's so much I could do with this, how do you decide?
So as always with the sharpening, this one's not really that important because there's not really a lot that's really that sharp. Everything that's sharp is kind of a silhouette, but if you are editing and you want to just make your subject sharp, then put your sharpness up to like 40 or 50. Hold the Alt key if you're on Windows and just drag and you'll see instead of having everything sharpened, it'll only sharpen the things that are really in focus. It doesn't really make that much difference to this one, but it's good for portraits. No problem, look. Hopefully that helped.
Good tip. I'm actually here to learn too, guys. Chris is the main photo editor in this, because it's a collaboration in this.
How rude. We just collaborate. We don't actually go out. This is just a long-term collaboration.
In this, what's it called?
In this creative couple.
Yeah. Anyway, Chris is like the photo editor, so I'm learning as we go here too. Something I definitely need to get better at.
It's one of those things that, because it, like at the start we kind of both edited photos, and then when we started doing a bit more street photography and traveling, I just kind of started editing more of them because I wanted to learn it too. And then because I'd done so much of it, I learned stuff that Christina didn't really know because she wasn't doing as much of it. So yeah, kind of takes a bit. It's literally the more of it that you do.
No, it's like that with everything really, isn't it?
Yeah, and if I didn't edit for ages, there'd be stuff that I do now that I maybe forget to do and I would have to like refresh, but I mean this, you really can't really go wrong with this, but that is...
Was that the before? Wow.
Yeah. So the before when we were taking this, the sky was quite orange. Whenever we take the photo, the settings are kind of brought back a little bit, and it's shot in RAW, so it's never as like contrasty and saturated. But then when you go to edit, you can bring that all back like so.
Yeah, sky's on fire.
Actually, we're gonna post this to our Instagram because it's a photo that we, for some reason, didn't post. I think we maybe shared it in the video of photo vlog that we did. If you actually want to see that photo, for anybody watching now or for anybody watching after, if you want to see the actual video where we took the photos here. This is just one of them in Shanghai. The vlog is on our channel. It's photo vlog in Shanghai.
Yes, but that's not what it's called. The vlog that day was about street photography being a crime or something.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Is street photography a crime, I think, is the title of that video. But it was in Shanghai when we got these pictures.
Alright, so...
Wow, that was easy.
I mean, yeah, I could probably fiddle about and do little stuff that you might not even notice during the live stream, but that is where I think I'll leave that one. That's pretty drastic.
Honestly, I think my favourite part of that photo is the windows to the right hand side.
I do like that. I think
reflection.
I could definitely probably... I mean, it's pretty good. I could probably brighten up a little bit more, but I think it looks pretty damn sweet. Cheers, look, glad you like that one.
Cool.
Is there any other particular one that you guys would like me to do next? Or what one would you like to do next? Or like me?
Probably, that one.
The couple one's probably the trickiest one out of them all. And the Canada mug one is probably next.
Yeah, I like it.
Alright, let's go with this one, because this is kind of the opposite. This is like a picture that was took kind of dark with very little light, and you kind of end up having to do a little bit of the opposite. It needs brightened up a little bit, whereas the other one was kind of dark and everything down. This one took me longer than I'm going to spend on it, but I could make it probably pretty close. This was for Canada Day, by the way, and we wanted to take a cool picture that, well, we don't have a Canadian flag, but we lived in Canada for 2 years, for any of you guys who don't know, and we thought we should probably do a cool picture, because Canada's cool.
Yeah.
And this is what we come up with. We have a Canadian mug and thought...
And we still have like loads of friends and stuff that live in Canada,
yeah.
People that we know that live there, so yeah, we thought we would do a nice little post dedicated to Canada Day and our time, I guess, in Canada.
And it kind of fits in with the style of photos that we're doing now. It's kind of like that lifestyle-y vibe that we really like, so we thought...
And there's tea!
And yeah, it's a cup of tea in a Canadian mug.
Tea is the best.
Alright, so... I feel like I can't really remember exactly. The one thing that did annoy me about this picture was, literally the only thing, was the window reflection in the cup. Because we used, it's literally just a window lighting this shot.
Mm-hmm.
If we had had a diffuser and put that over that light, it would have just been a smooth glow.
Soft.
Not like lines, but...
It's a bit harsh.
That's kind of what I tried to fix in this one. Normally I just do the same little adjustments at the start and then get it kind of roughly where you want it to be. It's very dark, this picture. Normally you probably wouldn't want that much black, but let's see what the preset does.
What preset did you use in this one?
I think I used...
Moody?
No, I think it was this one. So this one, it looks a bit intense. I need to fix the preset, but it puts the texture way up and the clarity way up, which is not what you want. Well, you might want it. I used to like it, but now I kind of go the other way a little bit.
It's more natural.
Yeah. It's more natural though. What the lighting?
Yeah, oh yeah, probably the lighting.
This was another thing too. These little scrapes, I'm just going to remove them now. This took a little bit of time, but...
Are they actually on the mug?
Yeah, the mug like is scratched, and because it's the main focus of the picture, I wanted to get rid of that. So you can use the little this little tool here, which is the spot removal tool.
If there's one thing that Chris does well in photo editing, it's the details.
And I mean, there's people...
Oh yeah, there's people, of course, that take it to an extreme, but you always notice the little things.
I noticed this because I think we have another shot of this cup, and I noticed it as well, so I knew there were scratches on it, and now every time we take a picture involving this cup, I know that those scratches are there. It's kind of annoying. Then there's just a few wee bits here that don't really matter.
Like, seriously.
But there's something else somewhere. Yeah, you can't really notice it in this one. There's another scrape over to the right, but you can't see it.
What about that one?
Whoa. Yeah, you really can that one.
Yeah.
Just be careful when you're doing these that it doesn't take it from a spot where the colour's different, because most of the time it gets it right.
It does.
Sometimes it can mess around with it a little bit.
Wow, just like that. And they be gone.
Yeah, the lighting's pretty natural. That was the idea. It just, if you're ever using light through a window, like, kind of try and put something over it. It's kind of hard because most people don't have something, but if we had a diffuser or a sheet, it would have made this just diffuse a little bit more. Just improves. It doesn't. It gets rid of the harsh lines.
Still a good shot though.
Warm up a little bit. Yeah, I do like this. Let's get a crop in. I don't know if you guys use Instagram a lot, but if you want to start taking photos and uploading the biggest ones, 4x5 is the biggest crop that you can have on Instagram.
Yeah, so all of our photos are cropped 4x5. Unless we're doing a TikTok, then it's a 16:9.
Yes. Yeah, the trickiest part about this was getting brightening up the photo enough that it's not completely black, but then not brightening up this bit too much that it blows the skin out of my hands and everything. I think the next thing I done was just draw over this and brighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, because you don't want your black t-shirt to blend completely away.
Yeah, it'll be too it's contrasty enough as it is. So I'm just gonna draw over my hand, bring the highlights back a little bit, and then I'm gonna draw over the mug and kind of emphasize that light even more, but kind of like make it look like it was like diffused a little bit. I would say where the light is in my hand at the minute is pretty damn good, but I'm just gonna make sure that it isn't blown out. There's something about Lightroom, and I can't remember how you do it, that you can move on the picture now without having to go back off it. I just can't remember how to do it. But this is kind of like a rough, bit rougher than I did it when I was actually posting the picture. But again, if you want to look at the original one that I edited, it is on our Instagram, which is just the same as our name on here.
If there's one thing I'm really bad at, it's this. Reading filters or like drawing around things. I'm so bad at that.
So this is another thing you really need to watch when you're doing this, is if you bring the highlights down too much, you just end up with that. And you need to just get to the point where it takes that white away, like there probably.
Man, your hand is dead.
Yeah, something like that. And then I don't know if I think I did draw over the whole cup. I also did was draw over my ring just to add a bit of brightness to it. Bring the highlights up, bring the clarity up a wee bit. Just a bit. You don't want it to be bright as hell and my hands dark, because it just doesn't make sense.
Should I make tea?
Possibly.
Speaking of tea.
If you have any other questions, though, guys, drop them in and we'll try to answer them while we're editing here.
Yes, I'm here. I can always answer questions.
Christina acts like she knows less about editing than she does, but you've edited a lot of pictures too.
I have.
And a lot of videos, so if you have any video questions...
I'm the video editor.
Yeah.
There's nothing I love more than having to go through a video and cut.
Christina likes the bit of editing videos that I do not like, which is sorting out the footage and picking out...
Yes.
No.
Putting the story, like putting the footage together, making the story.
Yeah, literally not my cup of tea, that bit. So I'd be a bit more specific with this if this was the actual photo, but...
God, I hope so.
I'm literally only going to be making small adjustments, so it probably won't really make a difference, but...
Look, where do you guys live now? Right now we are at home in Ireland.
We literally just got back from travelling.
We did. We actually left last summer, and we went to Southeast Asia to travel a little bit. So we were traveling for like 9 months. And in that time we traveled to Thailand, Vietnam, the Philippines, Taiwan, South Korea, China, and Singapore. And then, of course, when things started to happen with Corona,
Got a little bit crazy.
it did get a little bit crazy, and thankfully we kind of had made the decision to come home just what seems like in time before everything kind of went crazy.
Also, before you continue, Corona is not a good word to be saying on YouTube.
True.
Corona.
Let's forget about that.
Why did I just say it again?
You
That's
said it
so
again.
dumb.
Again.
They do not like it.
What about Rona?
Yeah. Rona
Let's go
Cara,
with
people are
Rona.
calling it.
So when things started to happen with all that, then we decided to come home, and it seems like we just made that decision just at the right time, because
We pushed it a little bit.
yeah, we pushed it a little bit, like a little bit earlier would have been
Singapore
better.
literally shut down its airports like a week
A week after
we left.
And like all flights were like being cancelled at that stage, and we had just gotten home just in time. So that's the situation now. We've been home for a long time. March. 5 months?
Feels every bit of 5 months.
We've been home for 5 months. But yeah, we're just kind of playing it by ear at the moment, just kind of, I guess
Thanks for
everybody
distracting
is, you
from
know.
my very bad drawing, but I'm just literally brightening up the whites the slightest little bit, just so you can kind of see the mug and stuff, or the...
All of that for a slight brightening of white.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna do these highlights, and then that's pretty much, there'll be maybe a bit of vignetting and stuff, but...
Very good. What about you, Luke? Where are you from? Wow. Oh wait, nice. We're in China. In Shanghai is where we went to. We went there twice actually, because we came home for Christmas. So we went Shanghai home, and then on the way back again we went Shanghai, and then on to the Philippines, I think. So yeah, that's the only place we've ever been to in China, and it was the craziest experience. Our video, if you want to watch it, of our time there, kind of explains why it was so
True.
strange. But yeah, it was an interesting place to say the least.
I think that that's pretty much it for this one. I think I might have brought the blue down in my trousers a little bit. There wasn't much there to begin with.
Is that the trousers you're wearing right now?
No, it's actually my jeans I was wearing there.
Oh yeah.
But I literally just brought them down a little bit. This is kind of like a very single coloured picture in the red, and I kind of muted that too, because that's just the style that we use. There's not really a lot else. That light I think I maybe got rid of, but I can't remember.
Where are you off to next? That is the question, look. That is the question that we can probably not answer.
Hampshire originally, but now living in Sheffield, says
cool.
Luke.
That is a good question, because we have no idea, but eventually when we are able to, leave our homes, we would maybe like to do a little bit of the UK.
We sure would.
Or even here in Ireland, we'd like to see a lot more of it. The UK, maybe Scotland, stuff like that. So if you have any recommendations.
Yeah, there's a lot, like, we're thinking about possibly, I mean, this is kind of wishful thinking a little bit, but we might try and do the camper van thing and do a little bit
That would
around
be
the UK.
ideal.
If we can possibly maybe work with some brands or something and make that work, that would be cool because we do like commercial video and photography for brands, so we'll see what we can do there.
Yeah, but yeah, no plans as of yet, of course, but hopefully that could be put into a plan of some sorts soon. Actually, I can't see it being anytime soon, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm thinking next year.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Maybe Ireland. You could maybe see bits and pieces of Ireland for the rest of this year, but I don't really know.
I think that's it for this photo. It's a lot of little things. The basic edit on this is pretty simple, then it's just a lot of kind of making it. I might have done a few extra things in the actual edit, but I think
I see it before.
I actually might crop in a little bit more too. Get that cup in the center. So it doesn't look like there's a lot, but the cup clearly stands out more and kind of cool.
Mhm.
Besides the reflections in the cup, I do like that photo. I do need a run.
Run? Where are you running to?
To the bathroom. BRB.
BRB, okay. Love Scotland. Look, we've actually never been to Scotland.
Do want to go. Didn't think I used to, but I do now.
How crazy is that? Hang on, I'm just going to switch back to my big screen. There we are. Yeah, how crazy is it that we've never been to Scotland and literally how close it is to us? I think one time I went to Glasgow to go to M&D's theme park. I think. But like that was a long time ago. And it does look really, really pretty. Actually kind of similar probably to here in Ireland. Like with the weather and the scenery and stuff like that. But yeah, it is something somewhere we would like to maybe explore more of. It's just so cold. I thought he said rum. I've got a rum. Yeah. So let's see what other... Actually, I'll wait until Chris comes back and then we'll maybe do the next question. We'll do the next question, a few more edits, and then that'll probably do. Because girls gotta eat. We went to Edinburgh and it's amazing with the cobble streets and the mile. The mile? What's the mile? Yeah, it is probably very similar actually to here in Ireland. We've got that kind of vibe too. Some places with the cobble streets and the old little pubs and yeah, kind of cool. What's it like, look, in Sheffield? Do you enjoy it there? Hopefully that music isn't too loud. So yeah, hopefully a little bit more travel around. Oh, I just made myself comfortable in the middle of the screen.
No, there's not enough room.
Oh, okay, so the main is... Oh, the mile, sorry, is the main strip in Edinburgh with restaurants and bars. Got you, got you. Okay, gotcha.
I'm back.
Yes, I have heard a lot about Edinburgh too. Very popular city. It's nice, but too busy for me. York is nice too if you're in a road trip. This is Sheffield.
My God, this lighting's good.
So it's too busy for you. Oh, okay. Busy place. Yeah, we like the quiet.
Not for street photography though, but for everything else, yeah.
Yeah.
Street photography, you want it to be, I mean, not really busy, but you want something going on.
Yeah, like you don't want it to be too crazy because you kind of get overwhelmed by what's going on and it's hard to take pictures in situations like that. We've had that a few times when we were in, like, remember we went to Calgary in Canada.
Although it was busy, but there was enough that you can, it is tricky though. when
Yeah,
there's so
I just
many.
remember when we were recording that video, I was like, what? There's so much going on. What do I take a
Yeah.
picture of?
Yogesh Paul, what is up? Hope you're having a nice Thursday.
Hello.
Just chilling, doing
I
like.
do
Let me
remember
answer
that,
another
though.
question here.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, if you clicked on it, you'll know we're editing photos live, but we're also answering questions and stuff from you guys about photography, filmmaking.
I'm used to being in the countryside. We are next to the Peak District.
Ooh.
Oh.
So,
Can we come visit?
yeah, that's definitely one place that I would say we would like to spend a good bit of time in when we do go, because we watch a few people on YouTube that do photography, and one of them is constantly always in that area.
Yeah.
I don't know if you really watch photography stuff, but James Popsis is one of them. Love his stuff, and he's always in and around there. He's actually moving to Wales.
And it looks great. Yes.
He's possibly moved to Wales, actually.
Oh.
Road trip, certainly.
Road trip. Tip for phone photography. Just one. Just one tip.
Is the next question, what is it?
It's about street photography.
Okay, yeah, we'll answer this one first, and then we've got another question which we've set up with a nice little graphic.
So Yogesh, the most important tip probably for phone photography is, it depends of course what phone you have. But Chris has done many videos about this on our TikTok, and it's to use Pro Mode.
That's the key
Use
tip.
Pro Mode.
That is the key tip. Pro Mode on the phone allows you to change all the settings that you can on a professional camera or any camera. It allows you to change those settings, and I don't think most people even know about it. They just take the phone,
they
take the
just use it
picture,
in auto.
and automatic mode on a phone will tend to make your image probably too bright a lot of the time, and just change your stuff around. It might be out of focus and stuff, but normally exposure is the main problem with it.
Yeah.
If you go into Pro Mode, you can set all of those things. I don't know if you understand all the settings about all the photography settings and stuff, but if you do, then go into Pro Mode and fiddle around with those, and you'll be able to get the exposure as it needs to be.
There you go. That's our main tip. All right.
I'm liking this lighting, and I'm liking that blue light coming off that TV onto your face
We'll
too.
just have that all the time. Just a blue screen.
This is why we want that blue light, though. You can see that even though that's a little bit, it's actually kind of teal because of the lock, which is cool.
Yeah.
It makes our skin look more normal than if I'm just sitting in front of this yellow lamp. Look how dark the light is when I'm back here. Maybe forward.
Okay.
This is satisfying. Look, dark. Lit.
This is lit. Literally lit.
Right. So let's pop up another question. We'll answer that one. Good question from someone who asked us this on TikTok, was it?
Yeah, that's a great question. Although to be fair, we do get asked this quite a lot. Street photography is one of those things where it's like, oh, should you really be doing that? And a lot of people don't actually know.
Yeah, it's a tricky subject. Continue on, whatever you want to do.
But it's a great question. Have strangers ever reacted badly when you're taking street photos? So we've done a lot of street photography over the last 9 months. It was kind of what we did a lot of when we were traveling. So we've kind of got an experience in different countries too of street photography.
Yeah, and it's very different.
Yeah, it's being very different in different countries, which is interesting. So I guess the first thing is it does depend on where you are. And to answer that question directly, no, we have never really.
We've had a few.
We've had a few
few awkward moments.
That's the word.
Nothing.
But nobody's ever yelled at us, have they?
I mean, yeah. Well, there was a woman in South Korea. And we were trying to take a photo of her little, they have little shop stalls over there. It's almost like like a newsagent
little
shot
tiny
in a
newsagents.
tiny little space, like not far off the width of this room, a tiny little, and they're just kind of about in the cities and stuff.
Yeah,
And
scattered.
you kind of wanted to get a nice picture of it because they're just cool, they're kind of unique.
Mm-hmm.
And she came over, and I don't know, did she didn't hold the camera, did she?
No, I think she kind of like put her hand up like this and was like, no, like, obviously don't be taking a picture of this. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. But that was like, that's all she really did. She was just like, no, like, don't do that, like, go away.
Yeah, it was just a little awkward, and she was a little bit annoyed, but it wasn't aggressive really. In China, in China, everyone was giving us a lot of very strange looks, like we were doing something that nobody had ever done before, which was really weird. And we actually talked about it in that video.
We did.
But
I also think it was because we were foreigners there, and that was kind of a.
And we were walking about with the camera, with a mic and stuff on it.
Yeah. So we were gonna get looks anyway. But the looks we got were just very intense, like stairs.
Yeah, it was the weirdest by far. We're like Philippines, Thailand, everybody's kind of good with it because so many people are going around with cameras and stuff, that it's not as strange. The way we do street photography, it's a little bit more.
Yeah, like reserved, like.
Yeah, we're not going right up into people's faces and taking pictures of them, which some people do, and obviously that's gonna get more aggressive responses.
Of course.
So we're not hiding, but we're trying to blend in and not be
so obvious.
Because when people see you, they change their reaction, and then it's not like a casual street picture.
Yeah, it's not a candid moment. So yeah, it does depend. I would say just be respectful of people. Don't get into their personal space. Don't get in their way. Most of the time, people are happy enough just to let you capture them. I mean, the Philippines, for example, the people were just so friendly that they even offered for us to take their picture. They're like, take a picture of me. So
yeah.
It's just.
Those pictures,
how you do it.
those are not the type of pictures we want to take when somebody's just posing, because it's just like a snapshot. But yeah, a lot of people do that, and yeah, it's. I'd be scared someone might pinch your camera. That is. We've actually never. I mean, you wouldn't know until somebody actually got it. We've never seen anybody trying to like eye up, stealing it. But I mean, it would be hard to notice.
Plus, we always tend to have it around our neck.
We would have, yeah, or like the strap around our wrist. Not to say you couldn't get it, it would just be a little trickier. We don't have it just like hanging off the back of a bag or something. But yeah, we didn't have any problems with that, luckily enough.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, not too many issues, but sometimes, of course, people are going to stare. You just have to go out with that mindset, knowing that people are probably going to be like, what are you doing?
Now, the camera we have is quite big, and the lens is huge. When we have it zoomed the whole way out, it's kind of ridiculous looking when you're using it for street photography, because it's massive looking when you see it from the side. Whereas if you go out with like a point and shoot or like a smaller camera, smaller lens, you wouldn't be as noticeable. And if you take the mic off, it's a lot less noticeable too.
But you would have to get up closer to the subject.
That's the thing.
If you're not able to zoom so far.
That's the thing. Some people do it well. If you can do it pretty quick, then you can't sit and time your shots and wait on them. It's interesting. Street photography is a cool subject, and it's cool to see how different people go about it. Some people that we watch actually go up and ask people for portraits. I just don't have, that is not me. I don't have the confidence to do that, and
it's definitely fun to do. Most people will be very friendly. Just be respectful of people's personal space.
Alright, let's get back into Lightroom. What photo should I do next? I feel like just because this one's probably going to be quite quick and kind of satisfying looking, I'll do it instead.
Yay, rain!
Rain on the windows, it just always looks pretty cool. kind of one of those ones where you can just put the preset on and literally all of them are just going to look cool because
Yeah, that's true.
nothing can really be wrong with this one.
Ooh, we're used to the rain, aren't we? Look.
They kind of all have their own thing going on. That is too blue.
That's so blue. I honestly would have thought Icy would have made that.
Makes it
a bit
colder
brighter.
than... It's a wintry sky. The thing about presets is they're not all made for every photo. Some of them take a slight adjustment, some of them take a little bit more depending on the photo you're trying to use it on. But
So for this one, one of the main one of the main decisions is probably what do you do with the blue. So if you're somebody who has a lot of blue on their feed, then
yeah, you can make this really blue.
it just completely depends how you like your blues to look.
And I like them to be quite desaturated.
Goodbye, blue.
Yeah, there's not really much to this one because it just kind of looks cool. I knew when I was taking it would just look cool because it's kind of like one of those abstract-y photos. But what I will do is, it's focusing right on these little beads of water at the front. I'm just going to kind of emphasise that a bit.
True, look, thankful for it this week. I'm feeling it's
True.
damn hot.
It is ridiculously hot.
It is actually really hot. Although I think like you guys over in England have gotten it hot like all week.
Yeah, it's like 38 in the south of England.
We just got it like today or like yesterday and today for the first time, and it's like whew.
I don't know if we experienced 38 when we were travelling in Asia, never mind
No.
in the UK. 38 is hot.
38 is damn hot.
So
It's actually too hot.
what I'm going to do with this is I might bring this exposure down a little bit.
What is the aperture on this one? Is it
3.5, but it's because it's so zoomed in. I think I took this from a bit of a... like, zoomed in a bit to get that. That's why it's even blurrier in the background.
Yeah, it's cool.
And then I'll just brighten up this bit at the front. Yeah, not really a whole pile to this one, it just kind of looks cool the way it is.
Cool, look how sharp those little beads
I know, it's kind of
are.
satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah. Whoa! I didn't realise it was that blue before.
Yeah, so you don't notice and you think, I need to do more to it, and then it just looks kind of cool. I think, like, yeah, again, if it was cropped for Instagram, I'd probably go something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how blurry the right hand side of it is. What was the view from the window?
Is this window?
It's just literally the sky and like a house that's in front of our house.
What's this bright bit?
The side of a house and the clouds and the sky. It was kind of like a cloudy, it wasn't completely cloudy, but there was clouds.
And there's a little bit of mountain here
in
the background. So you can kind of see like a little bit of mountain. But it's mostly sky.
Yeah, that one's pretty simple. I could again fiddle a bit more, but it's quite a drastic difference. And that's the kind of look that works with the mood we have on our Instagram feed. But
definitely we always tend to get rid of those blues.
I mean, mute them and make them a bit more teal. But you could go completely like teal and orange with something like...
What? That looks crazy. Try travel vibes.
Like, that's pretty damn blue.
Yeah.
But then the original photo was pretty blue too. That's how the sky actually was. But anyway.
Wow, must have been a nice day.
Yeah, I think this makes it look probably nicer than it was. Obviously it was raining, but looked kind of cool. Alright. What time is it anyway? How long have we been streaming?
Well, it said 47 minutes about like 10 minutes ago.
47?
Oh, an hour.
What's up, by the way, guys? Anybody who's calling in, hope you're having a nice Thursday. We kind of plan on doing these. We haven't been weekly, but we've been doing more of them recently to kind of go along with our other videos, and we do plan on keeping that up and trying to do these in between our other videos. Might not be every one, but maybe every one or every other one, depending on what we're at that week. But
maybe we should keep them at an hour. Is that not long enough? Feels
I
like
think
if
we
it goes
probably
on
should.
too long.
Tom, what is up?
Tell me back.
I don't know. I mean, I watch people's live streams editing photos, and I do like watching them, but obviously we can't sit here for hours and do it, because the video, when we upload it after, takes ages to actually go live on the channel, and also extremely uncomfortable sitting here. Looks kind of good for you guys, but uncomfortable. We need to figure stuff out, but this is the
You
best.
know what we should have done? Put that behind us and leaned on it a wee bit.
Yeah, that probably would help. Well, I mean,
That was silly. It's literally just sitting there.
adjustments.
That probably would have helped a lot.
Alright, I'll edit this one. We'll do a little bit of chatting and answering any other questions after, and then
Okay.
that'll probably do us for this one. But
Tom, how are you, by the way? An hour is good. Yeah, I feel like an hour is good. I could sit and watch a live stream for an hour.
yeah, I think it's because obviously you want. We're kind of with the time and stuff, and a lot of people who are subscribed to us are from Asia and stuff, and we're kind of trying to get into the photography side of it. We've changed a little bit, so we're kind of trying to find the best time to do it, and yeah, for you guys who actually like photography and what we're doing now, to come in and chill with us. So it's a little bit of a transition phase at the minute.
It is, yes. But this kind of this means more to us than to actually just be able to sit and chat and
well, this is what we love.
have your audience just get to know each
yeah,
other.
that's the whole idea behind these. Plus, when we're live, we can actually answer questions and give you tips and stuff. You're actually seeing us doing live. It's a little hard to do everything in a video, because you don't want to do a half an hour video, because who the hell wants to watch a half an hour tutorial video? But when you're live and chatting, you can get straight to the point and answer the exact questions.
I'm alright. I like being home, so I'm happy. That's good.
Good stuff, Tom. Good stuff. This was a very, very contrasty pic. Some would say it couldn't be any more contrasty, because you can't see anything in those blacks, really. It's kind of the idea. This was a photo in Singapore at some kind of a stadium thing, and we were just walking along, and I was actually watching a lot of videos from what was his name again?
I don't know.
How rude of me not to know his name.
The guy that does
Sean
the...
Tuck. Sean Tucker, one of the two.
Yeah.
Massive photographer on YouTube. Really good at what he does, and he does street photography, but he does it in a different way than a lot of people do it. He finds the spot he wants to get a good photo, and he just sits there until he gets what he wants, and he's almost guaranteed to get that photo, because if you're waiting for 2 hours for one person to walk through with a certain colour, or at least something that you have in mind, it'll probably happen, especially if you're in a city. So he does stuff kind of like this. I've been watching him, and I just seen this opportunity. I wanted to try a shot like this, where we didn't really have to wait that long, to be honest.
No, we didn't.
We knew people were going to be walking past here, and it was kind of cool that he had an umbrella.
Well, actually, to be fair, when we were in Singapore, you can also watch the video of us in Singapore too on our channel. But it was very, very quiet, so there was very minimal people around. We felt like the only people there for the majority of the time.
We literally were on most of the streets.
Yeah,
we were the only people.
We were the only people on the streets. It was so weird. So I was kind of thinking, God, there's nobody around. How long are we going to have to wait for somebody to walk past to get this picture? So yeah, that was one thing about our Singapore trip. But yeah, I one of my favourite things about this is the fact that he has an umbrella. It's the sunniest day in the world, and he's just walking by with an umbrella.
Yeah, this one was all about, like, the guy Sean Tuck does a lot of that extreme contrast because he shoots a lot kind of in golden hour in the middle of the day too, and you don't want, like, this was the middle of the day and it's extremely bright, so you want to kind of expose exactly for where he's walking so that nothing's like overexposed.
Yeah.
And then like you just have all this like really dark, like kind of leading right down to where he is, which is kind of what I was going for, and I do like it.
Glad I scrolled onto your TikTok now. Oh, well, we're glad that you're here.
Yeah, cheers for calling in, look, and hopefully you enjoy the content.
Good stuff. So we'll be live both here and on TikTok. So
yeah,
hopefully you can join us.
We go live quite often on TikTok. Kind of, we try to go live on it every day and just chat for a little bit and answer questions and stuff.
Yeah. Tom, are you on TikTok? Have you been in our TikTok lives? I can't remember.
Alright, let's go with the preset.
Were you extremely mad that you didn't get him in the centre, or how you feeling about
No,
that?
I didn't really want him to be in the centre because for a start that pole's in the centre,
Yeah.
and I just think it looks better that he's just coming. It's kind of like, I don't know, I think it looks better. The one annoying thing about this is, well, you can't really notice it, but this is actually a guy bending down doing some sort of work, and it's kind of tricky to crop. Probably not impossible, but it's pretty hard to crop him out. But he was walking around, and I was hoping when the guy with the umbrella would walk, he would maybe walk in front of him, or this guy would move out of the way. But he didn't.
Yes, just conveniently for your photo.
I mean, it doesn't really look like a person from there, so the attention's still clearly on the guy with the umbrella.
Yeah.
If he didn't have the umbrella, it would be a little trickier. But
Also, I'm glad that you were able to capture him behind a yellow fence as opposed to a blue fence. Like if that fence had been blue, or the other way around. Is this blue or black?
Well, I think it's black.
Oh, is it? I thought it was blue. Oh, it's black. Never mind.
It's black, sir.
But
yeah, that's true. I wasn't really thinking about that.
As opposed to if he was behind a black fence.
I was just trying to get him to be in a spot where, well, I mean, I was just taking
was just trying to
pictures as
get
he
someone.
was walking along, trying to make sure he was in focus. But, I mean, yeah, there's not a lot.
I didn't know you guys were on TikTok until today, to be honest. Well, there you go.
We sure are, Tom. We only started it just before we left. Well, I mean, that was quite a few months ago. We started it when we were in Manila. And to be honest, I did not think it would be something I would like because it was kind of cheesy. It was still mainly people doing dance and stuff. I was like, if we're going to go on there, we have to do stuff that we actually do. It can't just be, I don't want to go on and do dancing. So we planned on doing photography stuff. We didn't really know how it would go or if there was many people doing that. And we started doing it and people liked it.
People liked it.
Now there's
so
quite a few people doing photography on there. And it's actually become an app where you can learn a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it is one of those places now where I feel like I go on to learn something. You know what I mean? So
it's because there's no platform really where people are making content that isn't like Instagram's like stories and stuff or photos, and nobody's really giving you a lot of informative stuff in stories because it's kind of just for keeping up to date. Whereas like on YouTube you'd have to watch like at least a 5 to 10 minute video, whereas on TikTok people are shortening it down because they know that people want to hear.
So you're getting so much in this little tiny
it's
video.
like being able to watch like 50 YouTube videos in a day about one topic, and it's pretty good.
I like the light on the walls on the left and the right.
Yeah, I think in the original edit kind of brightened that a little bit, although it's pretty good. But what I did try to do was even out the right hand side a little bit because I just like the symmetry.
Yeah, gotta love good bit of symmetry.
The symmetry, the light was kind of shining in, I think, more from like this side. But yeah, I try and brighten it up a little bit.
I don't use it much, but if you guys stream there, I will probably show up. Yeah.
Yeah, we try to stream most days, Tom.
Yeah, we do. We stream a lot more on TikTok just because it's so easy and quick. But we'll still be here streaming on YouTube too. So, yeah, you can join us wherever.
Yeah, we just be chilling, and you know what we do by now, Tom.
You know.
So yeah, I'm just going to brighten this side up a little bit just to try and even out a little bit with the other one, but you don't have to do that.
Tom, how's your summer going, by the way? How are you spending your days? And you too, look. How are you spending your summer days?
Yeah, and anybody else that's in the chat, we've got a few other peeps in.
Yeah.
Hope you're all having a nice Thursday.
Say hello. If you're in watching, just drop a hello.
Now, is that centered? That's the tricky part with this. Obviously, there's more of a panel on the left-hand side than there is on the right. But I mean, it can't be completely perfect. But I think that's pretty much it. I might put the texture
Sorry,
down.
what preset did you use on this?
That is the Oak Mood Extra one. One thing that did kind of annoy me is look at how, like, I think that's actually, I don't know if it is or not, but I think that's almost like the heat.
Yeah,
like,
you know the way you get those like wavy lines?
Yeah, because it's not like normal bokeh like focus.
Yeah.
It's like the heat waves. It was ridiculously
so hot.
Which is why that guy's wearing an umbrella, but that's pretty much it.
He's wearing an umbrella.
He pretty much is. But this is the before and after. That one.
Yes, look at those colour changes.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a warm.
Goodbye, green.
Like that makes it look like that's how it looked. That makes it look how I felt like it looked. You know what I mean? Like warm. Takes the greens out. I don't know. I love that preset. So whoa,
yeah.
that just shows
crazy.
how dark the outside is.
You can't even see where the black ends.
That's kind of cool looking actually.
I work in schools in the north, so I'm on furlough. Oh, until September, so can't wait to get back. Oh, I bet you're so excited. Crazy though that you're gonna be going back to like schools. Like working in school is gonna be difficult, I think, when we all go back. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but will you be in every day, look, or just every other day or something? I've been home mostly, but I've also done a lot of video recording. Yes.
Good stuff,
and
Tom.
live stream stuff. Yes. For my church. Cool.
Well, hopefully you've learned some stuff from our videos, Tom.
Yes. Hopefully over the years.
If you have
all those years, we've maybe helped you with something.
If you ever have any questions or anything, Tom, or you're literally in a position where you've nobody else to ask, just drop us a DM or something on Instagram and we can maybe help you with
something.
There's always some sort of problems when you're doing videos and stuff, so I'm definitely live streams.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe live streams if you're looking for a response immediately, we're probably not the best, but we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Good editing. Well done,
that wasn't
Chris.
bad. I've kind of decided that I can't be bothered editing that other picture, to be honest. The picture of us, because it was it's exposed well and everything, but it was just a little tricky to kind of fiddle around with the faces, the light on the face. Pictures of people are way harder to edit than pictures of landscapes or, well, maybe, yeah, like street photos and stuff. Like that guy, it doesn't really matter if his face is perfectly exposed because it's more just the silhouette of him that's
important,
the subject, whereas when you're taking a portrait, everything has to be spot on.
Yeah, everything has to be right. Probably every day. Oh, cool! I'm a chef in the schools, so got the kitchen to organise too. That's true. We kids gotta eat.
True. Oh yeah. I'll put an alert thing on so I know when you guys are back online.
Yeah.
Thanks, Luke.
Hit the notification bell.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what you mean, but if it isn't, you can hit the little notification bell and turn on, like, I think it's all notifications, and then whenever we post a video, you'll get one, and whenever we go live, you'll get one. And you can come join us. Yep. For anybody else in the chat too, if you want to join us in the next live stream or see our videos, we know YouTube can be a little bit strange with actually showing people their videos, which is annoying.
Yep.
But
indeed,
if you do want to see them, turn on the notifications, and it really helps us out because it helps you guys see our video, which then suggests it to more of you guys who want to see the videos.
Exactly.
Which is what you would think it would do by itself, but doesn't
sometimes
always,
it's just like, nah.
doesn't always go to plan. Yeah. But I think that's probably about it for this stream. I'm starving.
Me too, I'm so hungry.
It's time for food, and I may even have a little beer outside if it's...
Are you kidding? It's literally about to be sunset.
Definitely, it's still roasting. But, yeah, cheers for joining us, guys. Like we said, we're gonna try and do this between most of our YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Do like a YouTube video, live stream, plan the next video, do it. All that. So,
Yeah, exactly.
we'll be back on here probably within a week or so again.
Yep.
And we will be live on TikTok most days.
Yep.
And we have videos on TikTok
Most days. Every day.
every day, besides today, because we were setting this up.
So yeah, that is the story. If you have Instagram too, it'd be great if you could follow us on there.
Oh yeah. I really should...
Put something maybe on screen.
I might make a little thing, yeah, because I don't want it to be on screen the whole time.
No. That's
But-
just, spammy in your face.
Yeah, I might make a little social media pop-up that I can just pop them up along
Yeah,
the
that would
bottom.
be good, especially for now, like at the end when you're having to say all this.
But the links are all in the descriptions if you want to drop us a follow on
Um,
all the platforms that we're on.
But I was just going to say, just because you can stay updated, if we ever want like questions or something
Yeah.
from you guys to do with live streams, we would usually do it on Instagram stories, maybe YouTube community too, but yeah, Instagram stories is just a good way to kind of be updated every day of what's happening.
Yeah, we also will have our newsletter coming out soon too, which we're working on at the minute. And just generally for any other stuff that we might be doing or opinions we might want you guys on, we run little polls and stuff. So
Okay,
anyway,
cool.
it's time for dinner. Gonna shut this thing down.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Hope you enjoyed those little edits and learned something. That's always even better. And we will see you in the next one.
Hit the subscribe button below. Oh yeah, give it a little thumbs up too, if you want, if you enjoyed it. And
Just if you enjoyed it.
we will see you all in the
We're
next
doing
one.
this.
Take it easy.
Don't be a stranger. Bye.